Welcome, everyone, to Lady Farah Tarot. I am Lady Farah, and I am here to give you Libra, your 2021 12-month prediction. If you're wondering why you're going first, it's because you watched my spirit guided messages. Libra was the top in spirit guided messages. So I just want to pay you back for that because you're number one. So you get your reads first. So please, keep watching. That's how I'm going to do it from now on. I've got to do it by who watches me the most. And right now it's you, Libra. So welcome to 2021. Thank God. I'm glad it's done. It's been, and I felt like last month was really, really tough. So if you can get a bad mojo, people have been acting crazy. You just don't know which direction you're moving in. Let me tell you, you are not alone. I am with you. I'm glad it's behind us. So anyway, now Libra, before I usually do messages, I try to I meditate. And I first of all, I looked online because I wanted to get to know a little bit more about your sign. I know a lot about my sign, which is Gemini, but I don't know, and the people that I'm compatible with, which Libra, you are one of them, probably because you're super fair and you don't like confrontation and you know how to calm down Gemini. So I love this. Here you go, you're Gemini. Anyway, so let's talk about you, Libra. You're a diplomat, you're fair, you have a huge sense of justice, which I love because I always look for people who could see both sides of the story. You have an eternal bright side. You're very social and very clever and, very non confrontational. At the same time, you have a couple of flaws, right? As we all do. So what a lot of your flaws came up with escapism because you don't like conflict. Sometimes you run in the opposite direction because you don't want to make a call on it. You could be a little idealistic, which makes you indecisive. And you could shape shift. You're a good listener, but at the same time, you could be gossipy and you overthink things. That came up a couple of times. And you certainly don't like injustice and violence. So I think when it came in my meditation, like I told you, I meditated on this reading so I could give you some spirit channeled messages because that's what I do. There was a lot of watching out for getting afraid of the violence and then taking a side because you're actually known for being very, very even and balanced. But at the same time, I think your fear of violence and your fear of injustice sometimes can make you take a side without knowing all the facts. So that was one thing that came through. We're going to have a very difficult time coming up in the next couple of weeks with, the 6th is going to be a disaster here in the States. So try to stay yourself and stay balanced and see both sides of the story. A desire to keep peace. And I think you really need to get outside this month. Look out for colorful birds. Red and yellow is coming in for me. If you see a yellow bird, I feel like almost yellow more than red. Like first a cardinal came to me and then the color yellow came to me. So a lot of times when I see cardinals, I think of people that have passed over. But for some reason, I felt like spirit is telling me that the bird is not going to be red, it's going to be yellow. And that just wants you to know, if you see yellow birds, it's just letting you know that there's people on the other side that are watching you and they care about you. Okay. So that's really just a sign from the other side. I also saw during my meditation tall pines, and I also saw a lake. So I got it from both perspectives. I saw very, very tall pines, like in a very high altitude, like soft pines. And then when I shifted around, I saw a lake. So I don't know if tall pines mean anything to you or a lake. I feel like maybe you need to get away and take a break. And if you do, maybe it's time to just go someplace that makes you happy. And I feel like this place makes you happy. I'm not really sure where it is, but it seems like it's in a very upper altitude. So that's very specific, so please, if that resonates with you, please leave me a message. I love messages from you guys. All right, so let's get on with it. I'm going to refer back to this later, though, to see when we wrap up the read. So let me just get I've been very drawn to Buddha this month. I don't know why. I think we really need to listen to him. He is a man who, pretty much would sit there and people would like kick him in the face, and he still was able to keep his act together and actually use it as a learning experience. God bless the man or the woman. I never met Buddha. I'm open-minded. Anyway, let's see. Angel spirits, guides. What do we have for our Libras? What do they need to know from Buddha? In soulful repair, the root of all suffering is attachment. Yeah, it is. I mean, people who just, you got to let go. Sometimes there's just a time to let go. And I think this is a perfect opportunity, right? We have the ability now to leave the last year behind and look at this year and kind of let go of old attachments. I'm pretty much at the point where if we release something and it comes back to us, that's great, right? But the last thing we should do is hang on to things that we don't even know if it's gonna turn out to be anything. Just let it go. Just try to let it go. Especially if it wasn't serving you. I'm using the moon cards, angel spirits, guides. What do we have for my lovely Libras? Take time and breathe out. Disassembling the moon. Look, here's the tall pines. Take time to breathe. It might be time for you to take a break. It might be just time to go someplace, like go to a cabin. Just try and find something cheap. Get into the mountains, get into the air, look up. And, I really this was a lot of my vision. It did talk a lot about the moon, looking up at the moon and trying to get, feel the power of the moon, the spiritual power. You need to look in that direction every once in a while. We can't get amazingly hung up with, what's happening in the material. Because it's not all happening in the material, guys. It's happening more in the spiritual, and we're getting more and more further away from understanding that. All right, let me get you a love card, and then I'm going to do your 12-month spread, okay? Because I don't want this video to go on forever, but then we're only at 8 minutes. Angel spirits, guides. What do we have for my lovely, lovely Libras? Travel, movement, meeting, adventure, new experience. I don't know. I saw it. Go for it. Right? Who's skiing? Why skiing coming in? I don't know. All right, I'm taking a little sip. Absolutely not vodka. It's Thai tea, but yeah. Just in case you're wondering what I'm drinking in the big Gemini cup. Okay, so let's go. Let's go. I'm going to use my Byzantine tarot deck. It's new, it's sticky, it's stiff, and it's not behaving, but we're going to give it a girl. Let me put this down a little bit so you can see the cards. I think it's very important you see the cards. I'm going to move this even back a little bit. Hi, there you get the full view. Angel spirits, guides. What do I have for my lovely Libras? For 12 months. January. All right. Need to put on my glasses. There we go. The Tower. Oy boy. Maybe that's why the release card was coming in. The Tower's coming in January. February, 8 of Coins. March, 4 of Wands. April, 9 of Swords. May, 4 of Coins. June, 3 of Coins reversed. Oh, you might be looking at, it might be having a little money problems. 8 of Cups for July. The Hermit reversed for August. 2 of Wands for September. The Devil reversed for October, the Knight of Coins for November, the Moon reversed for December, and the center of your reading is you, the Queen of Cups, but unfortunately she's reversed. Libra, Libra, Libra. So listen, I feel like there's been some heartbreak, absolute heartbreak for you, or it's coming. Like, I think there's going to be a situation that you're just going to have to face, and it's really going to rock you to the foundation, because the Tower card is coming in for January. You know, the only good thing I could say about the Tower card is that at least it's a release, and it will force you into a rebirth. This is the energy from the universe doing this. It's almost like you can't prevent it. There's nothing you can do. What has happened is you pretty much have built your foundation on something that's been amazingly unstable, you know, and you keep on building it, thinking if I make more money, or if I have another baby, or if I you know, do this, or I'm a better client, or whatever, you know, things will get better. And what's happened is the universe is like, no way, this is never going to get better. So you need now to, I almost feel like you got to start at the very beginning, kiddo. And it's not going to be easy, and it's really going to hurt. And I feel like it's really going to hit you in the pocketbook, because I think this year is going to be a little bit of a struggle with money for you. But I don't want to go to the dark side yet. Let's keep going, okay? 8 of Coins. Listen, 8 of Coins, you like what you do. At least I could say that. You know, whatever your job is, you enjoy it. You know, you're working hard, you're developing, like you're adding to your curriculum, your resume. You're only stronger for it. What you do really helps other people, and it helps you maintain balance. I think you really understand that you really have to have a passion for what you do, because if you don't, then the other side of the scale becomes unbalanced. Like, if you're not working, then like you just go to the dark side. So don't quit the day job. 4 of 1111. You know, I think this is good. You know, this is, you know, the 4 of Wands means like not an institution, but more of like a house built on family, on commitment. It's coming in right side. So I do see something coming into for you that may be a future stable relationship. It's 1111. I mean, 1111 is good. So I feel there's goodness amongst this, but you may have a hard time being able to feel it, because so this is January, February, March, April, the 9 of Swords is coming in. Okay. You know, we really just have to get out of this. This is where, you know, the self-pity comes in, like I was talking about on some of the stuff that I found in your sign. You know, sometimes we could just take it to a whole new level of self-pity. And, you know, the 9 of Swords is kind of here to show us, like, she does not have to sit underneath these swords. She always has the decision to get up and move away, or like leap. You know, she doesn't have to have swords pointed at her head. So there is a choice. All right. Remember that. And don't feel sorry for yourself. I think maybe I think with the Tower and the 4 of Wands and the 8 of Coins all coming in together, I feel this feeling of, I've been working so hard for so long, you know, where is my 1111? You know, yeah, I like what I do, but you know, it's not getting any easier. So, but don't get stuck in that energy like you're being persecuted, because you're not. We have life choices. Maybe you need to think about, turn the glass on yourself and see what you're not doing that's keeping you in that situation. Okay, so that's January, February, March, April, May. 4 of Coins. Yeah, hold on to your coins, baby doll, because I just feel it's going to be pretty rocky for the next couple of months, monetarily wise, especially in May. You know, going into the summer, I don't feel a loss of a job. It just might just get tighter in the summer. Okay, so please um, save now, because I feel like in May and in June you're going to need what you've saved. And the Three of Coins is coming in reversed. Yeah, I feel like over the summer people are not going to be seeing you for what you know and what you're worth. I think there's something standing in between you and that, almost like something that you're not doing. And you might have to really look at it, because usually this card, when I look at it, it's, you know, people coming together, coming to you because you kind of know what you're doing and you have the know-how and they can rely on you and they've come to you before and things are good and you have a worldly view and oh good. It's very emotional, a lot of water in this. Okay, people can be, you know, very emotionally bonded to you at times, but I just feel like over the summer they're not. The coin situation is not going to be good, and it's going to put you in an Eight of Cups position in August. You know, I actually kind of like this in this read, because I kind of feel like you kind of get fed up of whatever's holding you back, and you end up just saying, that's enough. What I've got going here is not enough. These cups are not enough. I need to go find my ninth cup. So this is where I almost feel like you're finally going to rise from the ashes from this tower moment. It's going to take you almost a year. And I almost feel like you're going to need to get angry before you can get straight, if that makes any sense. Like, you're going to feel sorry for yourself for a really long time, and then you're going to get sick and tired of being sick and tired, which is great. I love that, because that's when the best things happen. That's what the best things manifest. That's when we kind of open up our ears and we start listening to people. This is when we kind of look into our own accountability for things. Why is it not working? It can't be all this other people doing this to me. It might be me doing it to myself. It's going to put you in the Hierophant. This was reversed. Is this the Hierophant? No, the Hermit. I'm sorry. Pardon me. I'm so sorry. So you have the Hermit reversed. I feel like you're not taking enough time to look at this from a different perspective. This is almost like a character defect in September. Like you start to go back in the same old rut. Like you in August, you finally know what we have to do for the year. Like that's how long it takes. But then in September, I kind of feel you slip sliding a little bit. But you got to make a decision, because October. Okay, so I want to make sure I'm in the right month. January, February, March, April, May, June, August, September. All right, this was September. I think you're finally going to make your choice. You're going to pick up your wand. This is Two of Wands. Make a decision. You got to do it. You got to walk your own road. You can't walk the road of others. You can't walk other people's roads for them. The only road you can walk is your own, and you've got to try and make it the best you can. The Devil's coming in reverse for October, which I kind of like, because, October is like a creepy month anyway, right? But I feel this is good news. I feel this is maybe you putting down an addiction, maybe something that's been holding you back. The devil has everything to do with keeping us bound to things that aren't serving us, codependency and addictions. Be with relationships, it could be with substances, it could be with alcohol. I think you're finally going to be like, I'm not going to be able to do this unless I get whatever this negative codependent stuff I got going on solved. Because I think this has a lot to do with what's holding you back. Coming in with the what is this? The Knight of Coins. I love that. Somebody might come in with a money offer. Somebody might help you. Somebody, if you've been like really scrounging for money, maybe you apply for a grant or you apply for something and you're maybe making you qualify because you're not making enough money to really do it for yourself. I think you really got to look into that. I think you're going to break the ties that bind. And because you're breaking the ties that bind, you're giving up the shadow energy, good things are going to come in. You're going to be able to get what you need. And I love this, the Moon reversed. But the moon can be a little bit of, people trying to lie to you, trying to hide things. I think maybe with the moon coming into reverse for the end of the year, you might finally find out exactly what's going on with money. You might exactly find out, like, if people have been lying to you and keeping things in the dark. I think after a little digging, you might find out you're entitled to more than I think you are. So I kind of have two good feelings at the end of the year coming in from money and abundance to maybe help you achieve your goal. Okay, so you remember you're coming in as the Queen of Cups reversed. All right, you really need to stop giving your cups away. All right. I know that you like to be liked, or I feel like you want people to understand that you're there for them, and this is part of your personality. But sometimes when we overgive, our cups are empty. And then when our cups get empty, there's nothing for us. And we really need to take care of ourselves first. And when we don't do that, we get unbalanced. So, I really just loved how this reading kind of confirmed all the cards the predictions that I made when I meditated this morning. And also let's go back to Buddha. He wants you to be in soulful repair, root out the suffering of attachment. It wants you to take time and take a time out and breathe. And this is also, when I was meditating, I did see this vision for you of standing underneath the moon in the tall pines in a higher elevation near a lake. It's coming in with the travel card. Maybe it's time to just, take a little vacation. I know we can't really go many places, but maybe, a B&B in the mountains, Airbnb, something cheap, just to check out for a while. Almost something that doesn't even have a cell phone signal, I'm feeling. All right. So I just want to remind you, what did I come up with? Was the desire to keep peace might keep you from make you take a side, which you might not have too much information about. So beware of that. Make sure to always be your balanced self that you are, Libra, and always hear both sides of the story. Don't, because something is pushing your buttons, because you did really dislike injustice and violence. If something that you feel unjust is happening, or there's violence, be careful of how you place your energy. Do stay balanced and centered and get all sides of the story. Remember the birds when you're outside. It's time to get outside. I want you to look for birds, especially red or yellow ones. Cardinals, of course. I don't know what the yellow one is. Probably somebody's poor misplaced parakeet. But I feel like the spirit is going to come to you in the form of a yellow bird. And the tall pines and lake, I don't know. I feel like you need a break. Libra. Thank you so much for being my most watched video last month. And I hope you enjoyed being first. You deserved it. Check out some of my other videos. Please subscribe and come on to my free reads. They're all spirit guided. Just become part of my family, all right? I'll talk to you soon. Hey, Rajan, how are you? That's great. Well, I'm so glad you came on and you watched. I always love when people come on and support me. I've just been doing these lives because they're so much easier. But listen, I'm going to check out because I have to go to the chiropractor. I love you guys. Bye.